You do not make moves with money. You make moves with your mental prowess, with your mental power, with your ability to strategize, to place emphasis on energetic structures and move out frequencies from you, whatever's blocking you, and allow the frequency to stretch out. I know exactly what you're talking about, but before I get into that, let me just say this. In the context of the video to which you are responding, I am saying that if someone is stuck in trying to decide to move forward with their lives and they say, yes, I will, no, I can't, I'm going to do it now, I don't know if I can, if I should, if it's possible, that is a level of fear. That is a level of self intimidation. That is a factor of insecurity. That is self limiting beliefs. That is also the infrastructure of superimposed thoughts, perceptions, and value systems on other people's destinies by those that see you as a threat. That's what I was saying. That sometimes your indecision comes from a place of not you wanting to do it, but you deciding that you can't do it because there are circumstantial situations that will cause you to believe otherwise. Okay? It's March 2025. In June 2021, I began to suffer the physical ailments of someone who casted a very, very left handed witchcraft art on me. And they chose to use the route of death. So I lost my business that I had. I lost my car in the warfare. I lost everything, and I almost lost my life. Um, I was in paralysis. I had a stroke in my right eye, and I had to find priests of different religions. Spirit led me to these priests and to these systems that would alleviate me. I'm saying this to say because sometimes you don't have money, but you do have your voice. You do have the ability to pray. You do have, in the moment of stillness, you have the power and the authority to use your conscious effort very strategically. And you begin to speak to the spirit realm. You begin to speak to the atmosphere. It sounds like you know that all of life is a receptor and that you have the power to communicate and it will communicate back. I have not had my own. I have been without. I have been gang stalked. I have been blacklisted. And never at any time did I think at any moment that I needed money to move me out of my situation. I have my voice. I have my belief system in myself and what I believe to be my practicing faith. And I communicate with the oracles. I communicate with the spirit and the nature of the faith, and I move forward in that. Whether it's the church, whether it's the mosque, the temple, whatever it is, you have to have some spiritual element in order to move. If you think that the only way that you can make a move in life is by buying your way through life, you will never have anything. You will always find an excuse. But you have the greatest gift that we can have as a human being, the ability to manipulate our mind, to see something different, to have a different outcome, to be a different outcome, and watch that take production. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm not a realist, okay? I know that there are people out here that are dying out in the streets, dying in real life, don't even have to be in the streets, that have structured a plan. They have written the vision, made it plain, A, B, C, D, and sometimes life does not allow them the opportunity to fulfill those plans, right? And sometimes, you know, people will intervene on your behalf and they might try to destiny swipe. They might try to, take what's yours through opportunity, through lies and betrayal and sabotage. I'm not going to say that's not going to happen. But what I am going to say is that I'm never going to give my energy. I'm never going to give my power. I'm never going to give my thought process to anything outside of me. I know that there's a power that works in me that wants to see me excel. And I'm going to use every part of me to venture into that expansion. money is the least of the worries. If something can get done, it's going to get done. Life is about the currency of relationship. What are you in relationship with? Who are you in relationship with? If it's not a people or a person, it's got to be a belief. It's got to be a thought that you can feed, that you can almost worship so that it can expand and operate on your behalf. I'm sorry that you are going through this experience. I know this experience very, 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 very well. But what I would never do is say that this experience will ever have victory over me. And I wish that you would understand that there's more in you than just relaying information about the bad that's going on around you. You are circulating this information and you are continuously making this your life. You are feeding it. You are giving it every ounce of you. What can you do? What can you do? There are a lot of side hustles that I had to do and still do. There are a lot of things, love. I just can't agree that, if you're not in fear, then why aren't you making movement? If fear isn't why you're stuck, then why aren't you making movement? Because when the economy has a downfall, or if it abruptly shuts down, then what's going to be your excuse? You are the frequency, you are the currency, you are the energy. Work and flex yourself.